Hello, Olympia. Are we having fun yet? My name is Alan Hill. And this is my good friend James.
Hello, James Smith. Nice to meet you.
I am an activist. I'm a veteran. I am a photojournalist. I'm also a human male with, I'm a 69-year-old male with oncoming Alzheimer's. And I have major bouts of confusion that I presently deal with. I was born to a beautiful woman, Jean Ann Hill Salmoni, on February 8, 1952 at 3:09 in the morning. I was born in the year of the dragon. I currently live in Olympia, Washington. My mate, Betty Donovan, lives in a local nursing home. And for you who have enjoyed a long-term relationship, she cut me loose. We have our dreams. I know what her dreams are. She knows what mine are. And she cut me loose. Do what I have to do to carry her dreams, because Betty had a stroke on September 19th, 2019. And the only thing that, after the damage, she lost her ability to speak. So it is pertinent for me that I carry the dreams of both of us. So our combined worldview is basically we had a very loving relationship that which we never feared to simply talk with each other and acknowledge the other person's life, past, present, and future desires, hopes, and dreams. I miss that about long-term relationships, that pillow talk. Currently in Olympia, along with the rest of the world, we find ourselves living in a time of great change on many levels. And since this is a brand new day, we each have to question ourselves, our lives, what brought us to this moment, is change within, and seriously look to tomorrow. Because we all know that change comes within, from the human soul, from the human heart. Because the soul needs the heart, the human experience to grow, to become the soul it always knew it was going to be. So the soul needs the human heart, needs the human id. Just as the human heart needs the faculties of the human, and its faculties is mind, body, to go on and be the better person in life, and to create this change. That's what the heart needs. It needs the mind, the soul, to enhance itself, to be better, to be a better human being than we were yesterday, to be excellent not only to others but to ourselves also. Change is hard sometimes. Change is very difficult sometimes. But change is what it is. In these days of change, we must look forward to a new day. New leaders. New people in our lives that will promote this change, that will be this change. One of these people I know, I've met online, and in person I've even met her, Talauna Reed. As a progressive, as a male, as a man, I had much to learn. I still have much. I'm still a learning creature. We will learn till the day we die. On the day I pass, I will have learned something. This is the beauty about life. In life we learn. I will continue to learn. I don't know when my hour is. When the universe comes knocking on my door, I'll gladly go along. Because I'm ready for new adventures. I think my soul is ready. It's not the only hood in town, a new dimension. I'm a Buddhist. Even though I do have Christian friends who believe in the Almighty, I'm a Buddhist. I will die Buddhist. Solana is one of those people whose heart I know is true, and it is for people We the people, all people, all species, all genders, all races, all people, everybody, not me, us. Now, if you're truly someone who wants to listen about people, this is the time. It's time to not man up or woman up. It's time to human up. This is going to go down to the grave. Me, I'm not going to the grave. I'm going to the Pacific Ocean in a little tin cup. From ashes to ashes. Personally, I don't think one human being deserves the right to take up 6 feet of space for eternity or to the end of time. That's just me. I was born February 8, 1952 at 3:09 in the morning to Jean Ann Hill and Robert L. Hill. My dad was in Marine Corps in Cherry Point Marine Corps Air Station, North Carolina. At 4 months old, we moved from Cherry Point to 265 7th Street, JP, Department Heath Housing Projects. That became life for the next 17 years. I can tell about all the abuse from A to Z. But I won't. Well, I will tell you how all this abuse ended up in the life of another child. When I was 10 years old, without forethought, or decision, I found myself raping another child. As sick and as shocking as that is, I was sent to a boarding school, the Middlesex County Training School up in northern Massachusetts for 3 years. On a day I left there, 2 years later, the day before that, I was attacked and pummeled and beaten. I was ushered out of the reformatory, out the back door, quietly. A month later, in the house of a really good friend who also was the president of this local organization called, it was a drug rehabilitation program called The Open Door. I had a job and working at the VA, and this one Friday night I had a diet. Back in hood, you know, kids get in trouble, and what? I had a diet for Darwins, Red Devils, and this one Friday night, I copped some, and went back to where I was living at Nick's place. Somehow Nick found out that I had copped, and he told me to get rid of him, told me to dump him. Which I did. Down the gut. I was rushed to the hospital. Later on, they left, and then they came back, and I was coughing up blood and stuff. I was unconscious, but they managed to make it to the hospital, and someone saved my butt. I woke up 3 months later. This wasn't done with me yet, I guess. Here we are. My dad and his brothers, my dad had pulled us, ordered us into the living room on a continuous basis where we had to stand there and watch and not react to the beating and pummeling of our own mother by him and his two brothers who were Boston police. For the most part, I'm over it. But this is years through a lot of therapy. I've come to love myself very much. Not addition. I am who I am. But I know there are other worlds within me, less violent worlds. More continue with change and a better tomorrow. You want change. Change comes from the human heart. We have to look deep within. Deep within. At our own soul. Question everything. never take anything for granted. Assume nothing. What? If you want change, you have to elect the people that want to give you that change. Talauna Reed is one of those people. She is a Bernie supporter. What's wrong with everybody enjoying the basic pursuits of life, happiness? It's in your freaking Constitution, right? The Bill of Rights, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Is it only white people who experience those pursuits, that happiness? How about everybody enjoying the fruits of their own labors? Talauna Reed is the exact person Olympia needs right now. A vote for Talauna Reed is not only a vote for racial justice, family justice, economic justice, educational justice. She'll be a friend to the earth, a friend to humankind. I don't want to go on all the verbiage on all her good things, but it's because she can get other more experienced people, public speakers, to say that this is coming from my heart. This is coming from my soul. This is coming from who I am, what I know, what my life is, who the people I know. I know for a fact that Talauna Reed should be the next city councilor, District number 5. If she doesn't make it, then Olympia is not the progressive city I thought it was. Have you heard about Talauna?
Well, I'm relatively new. You actually brought Talauna to my attention recently. I had seen the signs, but I didn't understand her position. After listening to her and watching her videos, watching her on Facebook, and I believe maybe it was YouTube, I've actually come to respect her position politically. I'm not registered to vote here, so I myself won't have the ability to vote, but I will be. I am definitely behind Talauna, and I would like to see her succeed in her political ambitions.
You're a resident of Seattle, so you registered to vote?
I am registered to vote in Seattle, yes.
You gonna vote?
Yes, in Seattle.
Election?
Oh yeah, I vote.
Bam.
I vote.
Bam. Seriously. I've never once in my life missed a vote.
I started voting when Obama went into office, so for me it was.
Obama's my brother. I'll always protect him. I'll always never deny him. His politics is what they are. I used to be a Democrat. Past tense.
Past tense.
Used to. I'm with the far left crowd now. Far left. Yeah, I'm all that. Yeah, I voted for Barack, and I cried that day. I cried my butt off. They were so freaking happy for him.
Well, for me, I was ecstatic that finally there's, even though he's half black and half white, not that that matters either way, but to see that image of a black man, no matter what his true ethnicity was, inside the White House was a historic event and a singular event and the first event in this country to be able to bring about mindset change. I believe it became a reset in the American psyche at that point where people were able to accept the fact that a black man could possibly attain such high levels in our politics and administrate to that level. And I believe that changed the attitude of mainstream America to the point where this is possible, where Talauna Reed and other up-and-comers are able to get their foot in solidly in the door, not just in the door where they're getting their door slammed on their foot, but they're actually accomplishing, great feats, and they are going to accomplish great feats, and it becomes more of the melting pot that the forefathers suggested, in the beginning of the country,
Yeah, yeah. That's great. That is excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have one thing I need to do here. Can I step off stage here for a minute?
Please do. Politics aside, I've always believed in Barack, and I will say that he was just another brother, a black man minding a white man's store, and what more needs to be said? I mean, for me, I'm just saying, and we all have our opinions, but I will never deny him what his reasons were, and he was he was one of our blessed presidents of all time, and he did what he did. I owe Talauna the same respect, even more so because now I've heard her, I know her heart, I know her words. Basically, they're my words coming from a black sister. We have to change, Olympia. We have mucho cambio. Demasiado, pues. Oh yeah, we got a whole lot of change going through. Yeah, we have a lot of change. It's about time we allow our black brothers to look them straight in the eye, equal eyes, at the equal level as we all are. Because one day, when the universe comes knocking on your door and you don't have your body no more, and then you come up to another spirit, and who are you? Oh, I know you. Oh, you were a black person, right? Yeah. And what was it? White person? What? Did they fuck you over somehow? Yeah, about 400 years worth. We have to get back to the place in life where we get equal value, and this humanity is. We have to get there, Olympia. Change is. The best thing about change is voting Talauna. Let's start with the basics. Downtown Olympia should be clean, safe, and welcoming
Yes.
to everyone. For everyone. And leaving people to suffer unhoused is inhuman and unsafe. We must focus on housing first. We must concentrate on creating a focus on housing first to get people off the streets and into housing. Those are my people out there, and my brothers and sisters. So our people, our brothers, our sisters, public monies should not be subsidizing private the developers. Period. Developers should be required to pay their full share. And interest. To Olympia by helping fund low income housing. We have to create a city controlled housing authority to expedite the dispersal of housing vouchers, payment, protect renters, homeowners from future crises and rapidly building social housing. We have to protect our environment, our green spaces, our wilderness, our green, beautiful earth. We have to restore the estuary. It is vital. It is so vital that we center local tribes in our environmental policy. That should have been number one. But it is what it is. It's still part of it. It is too important. What you see is the remnants of us, of a unison of two individuals. What you don't see are my native bloodlines. What are deep rooted in my soul, in my heart. I'm Elk Nation, 50% and 50% Scottish. It is imperative, it is so vital that we center local tribes in our city's environmental policy. We have to create an independent citizens oversight committee to review policing practices and misconduct, fund alternative safety programs, so we're going to rely less on policing and mass incarceration. Thank you. Definitely. Most definitely. Renters matter, Olympia. Renters matter. You matter. Renters matter. Homeowners matter. We all matter in it. Let's get to work and elect Talauna Reed for our next city council. Thank you, Dave.
Yes, I agree. And I believe that you got a powerful message, and I believe you truly have the heart for Talauna and what she, what she's trying to accomplish. And I appreciate you for that. And I'm grateful that I'm brought into this and given the opportunity to be here for this historic occasion, which is
crisis.
Hey. You know, back in the day, I can actually say that now.
Don't even get me started on that. We had a place in this country you can't breathe while black, sleep
What a lady.
while black, do
Back in the day,
while black. We gonna clean up this criminal injustice system.
selling whipping tickets.
What the people want is very simple.
You had to have the receipts.
To have some truth and reconciliation.
and my vanilla brother, Bernard Sanders. Oh yeah, my vanilla brother definitely got the receipts. To change everything takes everyone. Everyone in the same boat. Come on aboard.